And we are going live. This is the first attempt at a game stream using Saturday Night Heroes.
Do you have a microphone?
It is indeed broadcasting microphone. We got to turn this around.
It's not perfect, but it could work.
I
don't call it a failed print, but it wasn't a print.
How do you fix this? Okay. The microphone is in and functioning as well. So far, so good.
Saved all these various things, but like the turret itself has an inner core and an outer core.
I need to learn how to advance. Okay, so today's game is Aristeia, the Ultimate Sports Show. We've got custom decks, and this is one of the first times we've been playing the game. Let's see if we can get a visual feed going.
These airport PCs have a tiny onboard speaker.
Yes, they do. So we're going to be experimenting with both the program as well as the game in this feed, which is why this is our very first one and has not been publicized. But we are still proud of what we do, so we're going to have it all going live. Now this one says that we are on live stream, but of course the live stream is still stuck on starting soon. But you are going to be audio streaming this?
Yeah, they're hearing the audio.
Play school.
Mushroom House.
Oh, it just went live and then I hit reload.
And here we go.
Bam.
So we got some testing. There we go. Yes, there's about a 10-second delay. That way our sensor can make sure nothing's going on. Although this is a mature stream, so profanity may occur.
Maybe we're an immature stream.
Either way, there may be profanity involved.
Yes. So I guess the question is how do you want to do character selection? Is this going to be the S&K method of whoever?
That would be fine. And since this is a large part of it is an experimental game, we're gonna. I don't mind whether you want to just take turns or if you want to do the 1, 2, 2 type of thing.
What we'll do is this. Since I've
There's
got
a good chance we won't overlap in characters anyway.
Well, I have a better idea of the characters than you do. So what I'm going to say is you put together 2 4-character teams, and I'll pick, and you'll pick which one I play.
Okay, that works.
I am not doing this to be cocky.
No. As you say, you know the characters much better than I do. I've reviewed them, but I still don't know some of the details and the differences.
Right.
This is both a miniature board game, but it's also a deck building game because each character comes with special abilities, and you build your deck based on those abilities.
So, actually, if you were to compare it to anything, actually they take a lot of inspiration from MOBAs, League of Legends, Heroes of the Storm, stuff like that.
Go ahead and build the deck, and we will dive into the game.
Okay, so
Okay.
So, well, first off, we're going to do is pick the characters.
Sure.
So you can ask me any question you want about them, of course. Some of them, like City of Massacre, I don't quite have a good idea of how to play. Some of them more
Should I pick first?
No, just go ahead and pick and ask questions as you want.
I'll take Hexen, and the Gunfighter,
Okay, so...
and the Tank from last time, and the Swordmaster.
Let's make this face.
Okay, so Ben has actually picked a very
diverse
offensive team.
There we go.
So from there, who would you like to see played?
Here's where, since I don't know them very well, I'm willing to let you build your own team.
Okay. Let's see. Major Lunah is a good sniper. I like her for control more than anything, though. Valkyrie is a bit of a tanky character. Where is
One of the notes should be, I think I'd like a higher, steeper angle for the camera on the board. I think that would provide a better view of the board itself.
so these three here and one more.
Feel free to use the chat to suggest any ideas.
What's your name? Is Kella, in which case they're probably too sophisticated for me. And we'll go with Murtair, because I've actually not had a chance to play him yet. We'll take all those guys.
Unused guy will go off to the side.
Okay.
And I believe it's selecting abilities based on the characters that you have chosen.
Yep.
Plus there's a base set of abilities that all decks get. Now you don't get them all to add to your deck, you actually have to select the ones you want to use ahead of time. And then they get shuffled in the others.
Okay.
These are the abilities for this guy. These are the abilities for this guy, and so on. How many do we choose? Just one from each?
Two for each.
Two from each. And we add them to the main pile of our own.
Correct. And I picked Hannibal because his main shtick is making everyone better. He's a support character. He can do offense, but really there are better things for him to be doing. I also picked Valkyrie because she's a bit of a melee powerhouse. Very cool. Murtair is also a melee powerhouse. And the only trick with him, though, is he gets better the more hurt he gets.
Fair enough.
And I actually have no healing options directly at this point. That's okay.
Let's get in. We have two hexen abilities.
Did I take the rest of the core cards?
This is big.
Maximus.
He is not a moose, but he certainly is as big as one.
Maximus abilities, and then Musashi. And Musashi. Okay.
So I can use
Those are my dudes.
Hey dudes.
Okay, and this is Aristeia. So one of the reasons we will need a steeper camera angle is there are objective markers on the board, and throughout the game we're trying to position on those and prevent the opponent from taking similar positions.
New follower.
Who is it?
Dun-dun. Hey, welcome to Primus as our new follower. I assume he's calling himself Primus.
Side realist.
Oh, well, hey, there we go. I approve. Thank you very much. And let us know what you think of the stream and any suggestions to improve it.
First thing I'm going to say is, could the camera focus on the whole board?
Yes, we need to get a higher, steeper angle so you can see the board at a better angle.
Our printer's not that fast.
deck. Unused cards. Now this game does use a variety of interesting dice. Instead they're cubes, but instead of the normal numbers, they have different numbers of symbols. Shields being defensive, stars being offensive, exclamations being specials. So it is possible to roll nothing.
We're going to try something since Helen and this computer are the only people watching.
Hold on to your hats. We are moving the world.
Hold on to your cats.
Or as Samuel Jackson said, hold on to your butts. I've been playing a lot of Jurassic World recently. Hey, that's a pretty good angle. So when it comes up on your screen, let us know what you think of this better angle of the board.
He's probably going to say, it's
This
awful.
being my side.
Perfect. All right.
My
It's
side.
terrible, Ben.
3D printed in a matter of seconds.
We're terrible. Okay, so I believe, do you want to go with the same scenario as we did last time?
We might as well. That way we're only thinking about 9 new things at a time here. As you can see, there are a number of tokens required for this game in handy-dandy bins.
I would say that is one of my few complaints about the game is
A million pieces to keep track
it
of.
has a million pieces, yes it does. So we're going to go...
So we have several blocks, obstacles that prevent you from moving through them. We also have some unusable, impassable terrain.
Now there are characters who can actually make use of that.
Things can be moved. So being able to, for example, move things to block off people's pathways and stuff can be useful. Okay.
So you've got Wild Bill, you've got Musashi, you've got...
Okay. Dudes.
Well, the first thing we need to do actually is determine who's underdog.
This is true. So what do?
You're going to add together all your initiative scores, which are convenient.
21.
Whereas I am at 18, so I'm going to start at the
He is
underdog,
the underdog.
since I am a slower player.
I got a bunch of quick little dudes.
Now,
Okay.
your characters can start off anywhere inside or adjacent to their starting zone.
And I can also put them starting in whatever order I wish.
Yes, you can.
Wish.
Fish. We like fish.
And we're not going to cheat and show our hands to the thing. Well, we could, but probably depends how quickly we can look over each other's shoulders. Let's do this.
Okay, so have you given your cards a good shuffle?
I've shuffled well.
I shuffled, I just don't know if I did it well. Would you care to, sir?
As in shuffle them or just cut?
Cutting should be fine.
Okay.
So we're going to start off with 4. Okay.
There we go. Those are the things I can do for this whole 4x4 guy round. Now, we start the first guy.
Yep, starts.
I'm at 4.
I'm at 3. I'm slow.
So I will take the lead, and I will actually do my thing. And this is Maximus. He has a running of 3, so it would cost 2 action points to move 3, 4 action points to move 6. I think I'm just going to move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and get into the middle goal. That leaves Maximus 1 point. He has no 1-point abilities, so that's the end of Maximus' turn. There were no actions I wished to play during his turn.
Okay, so I've got Murtair. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He
can boogie for no extra bonus.
So he can actually move 5. Now, movement costs 2 energy. So I'm going to do 2 movements out of my possible 5. That leaves me 1 left. That lets me move a total of 10.
Up to 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I actually go right
up next to him.
Hi there. Right there. Now I can't attack you, but that's okay.
Unless you had a 1 action point attack, which is kind of unfortunate.
So your turn.
Okay. So I believe we're now to turn 2.
Turn 2.
My guy has 6.
I have 5.
So I believe I still have the advantage.
You do.
So I'm going to activate, this is Wild Bill here. He has a movement of 4. So he can do 4, and then his pistol has a range of between 2 to 6. So I should be able to position for a shot on him quite easily.
Yep.
I think I will do so, because if I can blow him off the place, I don't think I can move him, but I should be able to just shoot him. So he's going to spend 2 points to move his up to 4. And he's actually just going to move to here, so he can still keep cover from Sam's guys. But he is now within his pistol range. He'll need to spend 3 points to use twin pistols. To use all his action, but now he can shoot at him. And he has a lot of dice to shoot at him with. Red, 2 oranges, and an automatic star, which is an automatic hit. I don't think there's anything I'm going to be adding to modify to this roll. He has a defensive roll as well, so I'm trying to get more stars than he has shields. I am up +1 star. I got a crap ton of stars. He got 1 shield and 1 star back on me.
So you're going to take 1 damage?
And he's going to take 5.
Yes, I am, which I do believe is actually enough to take him out.
Which is actually a very lucky roll. But I'm willing to take it, especially if it makes the Twitch look cool.
So you're going to draw 1 card?
Because I got an actual kill.
You're going to get a frag token?
Frag!
And this goes on to Wild Bill, because he's the one who made the kill.
Actually, you can go anywhere. It's used for the tiebreakers.
I'm going to do it this way because I like to have a body count.
Okay.
And again, there are no extra. Ooh.
Now,
but I've
you also need to take a wound.
Because that 1 star that he did back on me, I got 0 shield, so that star got it on him. He takes 1 hit point. He can take a total of 4 before he goes down.
Okay, so Major Lunah's going to go. Well, I wasn't really wanting to go offensive this quickly, but I might have to. So she can go a total of 4.
37 people.
1, 2,
So they're heading in.
1, 2, 3.
The game is Aristeia. In fact,
There's only 2 watching. There's just 37 of looking. It's still just me and Primus actually here.
Let's see if we get the chat. Something showing up in the window. I want to see how long it takes before it fades out.
I don't know.
Okay, so you, Wild Bill, you're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 away. You are in range.
And I believe you need to be right next to the object to be able to get cover from it. So
Well,
this is not protecting me, and that one's too far away.
That one could offer you cover, except with Major Lunah, you don't get cover.
Hey, the advantage of a sniper.
So, whereas for her, she's got cover, and she can turn her cover die into an orange die.
Ooh.
Likewise, I'm going to play Focus, which adds a yellow to the roll.
I'm actually going to add an orange to my roll because I want to see if I can hurt her if she's shooting him.
Now, what you can also do is you've got an ability called Gunfighter.
Which means, when somebody attacks me, I can switch.
instead of using
my defense, I can use a red and an orange. And since his defense is a green and a blue, those have, well, the blue has more shields, so that would be a better defensive
They are
roll.
both defensive dice. The green is the best defensive die in the game.
So this is, do I want to try to kill her when she kills me? I'm going to say yes, so I can use the attack dice and add the one more die. So I'm actually rolling a red and 2 orange to see if I can shoot her back.
So unfortunately for me, you're not in a line of sight for Hannibal. Otherwise, I would get a bonus for that as well.
Gotcha. I got 2 hits and 1 shield.
1, 2, 3, 4. So that'd be 4 damage. I also got.
So she has a +1 automatic as well?
Yep. So it's 4.
4.
Now the nice thing is, if I were in a switches phase, I'm going to opt to take my first. If I spend those 2 exclamation points, I can nullify a defense from your roll.
Which means all 4 would get in.
Correct.
I believe you're going to do that?
Do you have a switch you can play?
None that are triggered by what's happening here.
Correct. Okay. So in that case, we're going to go and fully resolve everything. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4.
With 0 means there's 4 coming in. I'm going to actually trigger Maximus' ability.
Which actually should be.
Oh, but I'm not adjacent, so he's not close enough.
Let me see. Now his ability though would actually be when I declare target an attack on one of your characters, you can move.
Ah.
So for instance, what you could opt to do is move here,
Right into the dead center.
right, and use that to help block off my advance.
Right. Well, in either case, he's going to get blown away. You take no damage, because my 2 stars are nullified by your shields. Do you mind if I take his trigger and let him move when you're attacking?
Please, that's fine.
Since I'm about to lose Wild Bill.
So I will take a frag token. I will also draw a card. That's a good card.
And that's it for round 2.
Okay, let's go to 3. Flip over.
I've got Hexen.
I've got Valkyrie.
Since we're tied, I believe the underdog gets to take it.
So I'm going to let you go first.
You're actually going to let Hexen go first.
Because I don't trust you with the character Ben's picked, Hexer. Her big thing is moving things around the battlefield and changing things. As a result, I would rather go after Hexer just because it means she can't move me out of the scoring zone should I get in there, which I plan to do.
Now here's an interesting little tweak on things. She's got a movement of 4. So if I use 4 of her 5 action points, she can run 8. She then has ability that only costs 1, so I'd still be able to do that. So I'm going to spend 4 and have her run up to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to get into the zone. And then she uses 1 more. We need to succeed here. She succeeds to push him up 1. To further attempt to block off that side so he can't get his remaining guys into position. That's it for Hexen.
Okay, this will be a fun one for me. One, 2, 3, 4. So really what I want to get is say in the center. So I am going to play Odin's Breath. Gain 3 movement points. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to spend 2. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So he is now in the zone.
So this is going to be fun.
Now he's going to try to hit Maximus.
I'm going to use Charge of the Valkyrie, which is a melee attack. Oh, this gets even better, so I'm not actually going for Maximus.
You have a reach enough to go for Hexen.
Yes, 1 to 2. So I'm declaring my action there,
Okay.
and it does not require line of sight.
Very nice.
So add, it starts off with a red die. Add an orange to your attack roll for each movement point you have spent during this activation, up to 3. 1, 2, 3. So we can go with that. That's the first thing. So I'm going to
And
attack.
so I make a defensive roll. In this case, it's a blue and a yellow.
So now I did declare an attack, so I don't know if you necessarily want to.
So he's going to displace. But where would he displace to? He would displace back 1, so he's adjacent and can take the damage for Hexen.
Good move.
There we go. So let's get Hexen's defensive roll. I got 2 shields. He got 3 stars. So 1 point will be getting through.
So
Unless you have any extra.
before the switching step, nullify a shield of your opponent's roll. Boink. And also, so I did that. Now I have 2 shields here. Her switch is, I can spend those 2 shields to gain an extra success.
So that is a total of 4 stars to my
Correct.
1 remaining shield.
Yep.
3 points in would be enough to take Hexer, so Maximus will indeed absorb the 3 points in her stead.
Now he can opt to take 1 point, 2 point, 3 points. He doesn't have to take all of it.
In this
He has
case,
the option.
he still, even after the 3, has more points than Hexer.
Okay, so, and finally, after resolving this attack, you may displace yourself once to a space adjacent to the target.
So it could be here, here, or here.
We're gonna
You could go here.
I could go there, but
That one would be good for me.
Go there.
it would be great for you. That's why I'm not doing it.
Oh,
I'm going here to block him from coming in,
very good.
which will be important next round. So, speaking of
I
which,
believe that's it for that round.
that's it for that round.
Final round is indeed Miyamoto.
And I have Hannibal. Who's going first?
I believe my 6 beats your 5.
Correct. So you can choose whether I go first or you go first. There are benefits to forcing the opponent to go first. It just depends if you want to be proactive or reactive. Sometimes you're trying to set something up that requires you to go second, after all.
So at the beginning of his turn, I'm going to draw 2 daggers.
Excellent, always good. There's almost never a reason not to play that card as soon as it appears.
Yeah, there's a couple of different ways I can play this. I think I'm going to do it this way. He's just going to spend 2 and move 5. He's then going to spend 3 and do a hackety smack on Valkyrie.
Excellent. So her defense is a green and a blue,
So make sure I'm using the right cards here.
of course.
His attack is a red, an orange, and a blue.
So I am also going to add a focus, adding a yellow.
There you go. Now,
Wow, that was a
I'm
terrible
going to
one.
use an ability to re-roll one of the dice.
Very
And
nice.
Roll this one.
Excellent.
So, my shield blocks his star, so I don't take any damage back. I've got 3 stars to his 1.
So I'll take 2.
I've also got a trigger of a shield. Nope, I've only got one exclamation, so the trigger does not trigger.
Is it? Right.
But the shield trigger
you can
triggers,
also,
so you take another star against an adjacent
But then you will
opponent.
take a point of damage from me.
Let's see if this. How many hit points does Valkyrie have?
Valkyrie has 4, actually.
So even doing one more would not be enough to kill her off. So I don't think I will bother doing so.
Okay, well, in which case I'm going to need how many wound tokens?
3 wound tokens.
Have
I'm sorry, 2 wound tokens.
So, from this.
Now, because he did 2 wound tokens, he can displace 2 squares.
Yep.
Put it in here. And I believe that's it for Musashi.
Let me check really quick, because I don't know if you can displace through something,
Oh.
but let me check. To displace a target, that target must place that target on an adjacent free space. Unlike movement, displacement doesn't trigger disengage and doesn't cost any movement points.
So I guess the question is, do I need to play this as
So-
2 individual displacement steps?
Yes. So
Gotcha.
you wouldn't be able to go
Oh, well,
through her.
so much for the tactic I had planned. So instead, he's going to fade over here.
Not a bad movement at all.
That's what's going to have to be.
That's what's going to have to be. Okay, so with Hannibal, boy, I'm really
Yeah, we got Hannibal.
here. So
Kevin maybe.
We're going to slide this closer to the board itself.
I was doing that because the camera got over Sam's face and he was too far forward. And we want Sam to be famous.
nobody wants to see me.
No, I think the
So Hannibal's going to move over here,
And then now Sam's gone.
and
Oh, I see. It's blocking Sam. Camera B, as it were.
Yeah, that's what it is.
oh, there's
There we go. Yes, the smaller camera is us reaction shots. The main camera
okay.
is on the board itself.
definitely need to get a directional mic. Oh, Mike, point somewhere. You need. Okay, now we have a directional
There
mic.
you go. Moving right along.
Okay. So this is the fun part. He's not a good. If I move up, I can get into the scoring zone. The
Okay.
problem is then I'll be right in Maximus's face,
Yes.
and honestly, that is only going to be worth 1 victory point
Yes.
at the end of the season. Plus, I stand a very good chance of getting butchered by Musashi or something
Or
like that.
just about anybody.
Very unpleasant. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to use program strategy. One of your allies may perform an action with a cost of 2 or less, except for move, without spending any action points. This does not make them the active
Interesting.
character.
So somebody gets a free
Valkyrie-
dupe.
Yes, so she is going to do a blue and a yellow to do what's called frostbite. Impose the immobilize status to every enemy within range.
Ah.
And this is a simple roll, it is not opposed. So all I need is a success.
Gotcha. Got a
That's
success.
success. So what we're going to do is the
Might have to track the beer.
It's all good, it's not, it's a small thing.
That's pretty cool.
so at this point
The range is only 1 though. So it
correct.
does not get Musashi.
It does not, which is admittedly a shame. It was very fortuitous of you to move, but that also means that Hexer, you put them on the cards.
Oh, I still only need 2.
This is true.
Okay.
So now that being said, they can still be displaced,
Yes.
and those two have ways to displace them.
Yes.
But for the time being,
It keeps them from going after the next goal.
Correct, which is one that I get to pick.
There we go.
So this is
I think that is the end of that round.
so what we're going to do is end the round. We're both going to draw one card each. And since Ben has got numbers in there, he's going to get 2 victory points.
He does have someone in there, so he does still get one.
No, I do
Oh,
not.
this is the case where you don't get any.
Correct.
Gotcha.
And because you scored, you get to draw another card.
Plus, we can now move these guys to the infirmary,
Correct?
where they're going to be coming in as part of their action, but they'll be at -2 of their energy points. These go away at 1 point per turn. So we'll take 2 turns for it to go away. Okay.
Okay, so now,
Now, I believe since I have more points, you're still the underdog.
correct.
Okay. And we'll decide what order we want these guys to go in.
The whole table.
We're going to leave a lot of time.
Currently, the only guy you got wounded is
Or wild.
good old Maximus.
Maximus is damaged.
He is. I like him that way.
Okay.
I'm over 60, maybe over 75 at this point. So,
Okay, so as the underdog, I get to choose where the scoring zone is going to be. I'm going to have to go with 1.
Squat 1 is where we need to get our dudes.
Yep.
Okay. And when these guys port in, they can port on any of these that aren't the goal. Is that correct?
That is absolutely correct.
So, let's begin. See who goes first. I've got 5, you've got 5, you're the underdog.
I'm the underdog, so
you can choose.
I'm going to go first with the Major Lunah. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, moving away from the goal.
I'm moving away indeed,
Trying to take out some of my pieces early.
but actually let me go right here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take a shot at Musashi, but I'm going to use suppressive fire, which it doesn't, well, it has a chance to hurt you. The main thing here is it reduces your movement speed.
Gotcha.
So now you actually don't get to defend against that ability.
Oh,
So also since I have cover, I am using a veteran sniper. So I'm changing the cover to an orange die, and I only need 1 success.
alrighty then. 1 success.
I got 1 success, and fortunately I don't get to use her switch, but you know that's
Does
okay.
mean I lose movement.
Yes.
There we go. So it goes from 5 down to 3.
Now she's got 1 point left. I'm going to move right over here,
yeah, we've got to push
and because this is a 2-point less ability, I could possibly have Hannibal trigger it later on.
This is true.
So, but that will be it for her. Your turn.
Hexer. Okay. At the beginning of Hexer's go, she's going to impose -2 movement upon people nearby. Valkyrie.
Wonderful.
That costs her nothing. Next, we're going to start displacement. I get 3 yellow. I need 1 success. We are going to displace Musashi. 1 success.
Excellent.
No shield. She is now going to use a 2nd point to displace Musashi. 1 success.
Now, don't
She
forget you can
also got
switch.
a switch on this ability, which allows her to displace herself. She doesn't want to be in melee with Valkyrie, so she's going to switch herself over here.
She will technically need to move 1 more
That's because he
You
has a
have a
reach of
range.
2. But that's okay because I've only used 2 points so far. Let's use a third point and displace. Range. Actually, she's going to try to displace herself.
What?
1 success.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
And you might be able to displace yourself again with the
No,
switch.
she needs the shield for a switch, and there was no shield.
Okay.
So she will use her 4th point. To displace. No successes.
Who's she displacing?
Herself. But there were no successes, so she did not actually go anywhere.
Oh well.
She has 1 point remaining. She might as well use it to displace. This time, not only she has success, but also the trigger. So first she displaces herself 1, and then she moves 1.
Well, they're both displacements because she's immobilized.
And that means since she couldn't move, that gets her around on the board. And that is it for Hexer's turn.
Okay. So, round 2. We'll flip over.
Musashi.
Murtair.
I believe I have 6 and you have 3, so Musashi is going to go. And he's going to do his best to chop his Hannibal's head off.
Okay, well that's unpleasant.
I only have 3 movement, that costs 2. Using his 3 points to do a Hassan chop.
Hassan Chop!
Yes.
That was for you, Internet.
His chop is a red, a blue, and an orange.
I got a single blue.
I got a single strike, so you don't actually take any damage.
That works. I'm okay with this.
And no triggers went, so Musashi blew his wad. I don't think there's anything else I can do here. No, there's nothing else I can do here. Over to you.
Okay, so
That was very disappointing.
yes, it was, but it
Your
happened.
friends can now come on board.
So Murtair. Now Musashi's not actually hurt, correct?
Correct.
So Murtair is going to come back right there.
In a perfect place to attack somebody.
Yep. Now he's -2 energy, so all he can do is attack. Really.
So whom will he be attacking?
That's a lot of food.
He actually has a couple of choices here.
Yes, he does. So really, what I wish I had was more energy, but oh well.
Oh, and now they can
So
tell
he is going to do a bite.
And whom is he attacking?
He is attacking Hexer.
Hexer gets her special defense of a green, a blue, a yellow, and a automatic shield.
Oh, Skittles. Now, let me look real quick.
And because she's a coward, she's going to add 1 more blue.
Now, would you say that she's in Hannibal's line of sight?
You could make an argument that those 2 vertices can see that vertice. So I would allow it.
So he, using Point Man, your allies may gain an orange for attack rolls against enemies in your line of sight.
Let's do it.
Wow.
Wow, both of you really killed me. Holy crap. I got squat on that roll. You take 1 point. No, you got a shield. Okay, so I take 4 points in and it kills her outright.
So,
She's no longer immobilized.
yes, this is true. So I had another frag token here somewhere. I think I ate it. Did I eat it, folks? I probably did.
Hang on a second.
Okay. So, I'm going to draw a card. Hoorah! I am actually quite afraid of Hexer because she's got quite the ability to mess up my plans in life. So that's done. He's going to flip over his -2 to now he's -1 energy.
Yep.
And on to the next.
Hey. 4. 5. You may choose to have Hannibal go.
Yep. So this is going to be the fun
Yeah, you
part.
get a little amount of money on it. And you have police and wolves.
Now here, I would say they're still fairly blocked. But more to the point, I don't actually want to force us to do a roll-off because Musashi could squish him.
That's what he's hoping to do.
Yeah, so we're not going to do that. Instead, first off, I'm going to try running away. So I'm going to do an orange die compared to your brawl. Musashi's got a pretty decent score there.
His brawl is an orange and a blue.
Right, so it's not looking so good for me there. I need to get at least one success.
Ooh.
One shield versus nothing.
Nothing.
That's 2 energy spent.
2 die points on you, I believe.
So that does not inflict
Oh, it
damage
does not
in this
inflict damage.
situation.
Okay.
So what we're going to do now then is because I know that I've got 3 energy, I can make 1 more escape attempt.
Yes, you could.
Or what I think will be more beneficial to me right now actually is with Valkyrie.
To do one of her,
I'm
make
going
her
to-
do a thing.
I'm going to tell her to do Frostbite again. And what that'll do is, normally you would be able to get rid of it at your return, but this will be a new application. So, spending 3, and she needs 1
got the
success.
success
She
she
got
got.
it.
He will be re-immobilized.
Yes. So that'll have to be it for Hannibal, unfortunately. But what can you do? So Maximus
So I
is
make sure there's no triggers or anything I was forgetting, but no, that's okay. So he's immobilized, so he can't actually move. So he might as well do his best to pummel somebody.
absolutely
So we're going to do our best to pummel Valkyrie.
okay.
My pummeling is a red, a blue, and a black.
Her defense is a green and blue.
So, audio-wise, we're picking up the AC,
I've got-
but we all knew we weren't going to get good audio. This is from Kelly. We're picking up the AC, and Sam is significantly louder than Ben, which is weird, because in room, Ben
I am closer to that microphone.
I think that is the microphone it's using, right?
Oh, it's using a camera.
I think so.
Okay, so that would make sense.
So, okay, so
Good to know.
you,
Thank you for the comment.
you only got 1 success. Do you have any
Right.
applicable switches?
I have no applicable switches.
Okay.
That one kind of sucked for me. Actually, yes, I do have a switch.
So it's
You are
hot.
taunted.
Okay.
You have to attack him. Next go.
Yeah, well, we all kind of saw that finish.
Because our video is snippy too, so we may be running up against upload.
Might be, yeah, bandwidth. I'll look into the bandwidth.
Okay.
Okay.
I was watching some
Last
Netflix
one.
show instead of us. What the?
My guy will be coming in. I've got 6, so I believe I get to choose it.
Yes, you do.
And he was calling you a shitty
So-
friend.
Places you could come in would be over here. You could come over. I do not recommend coming in here. I don't think that's worthwhile. Coming in back here to where Major Lunah is, you could possibly get a shot off on her to her back, as it were. So minus 2 energy, so you can do an attack or move, but you wouldn't be able to move close enough to score.
Last night, or the night before last.
But if I kill Valkyrie, you can't score either.
Possibly.
I'm going to do my best to blast Valkyrie. Oh, but it's 2, so I can do it here.
Right. I don't necessarily have to be right. I don't have to score this round.
Agreed.
So
But if I can prevent you from scoring this round, I hold on to my lead. And since it's a limited number of turns, I'm willing to wait it out like that.
sure.
Okay.
So
I'm going to be blasting at you with 2 reds and an orange and an automatic star.
Valkyrie is going to have a green. She's going to have a blue.
It's like most of it is 4%, and then something drops.
Okay, let's do it.
Come on. I got
This
2
is
hits
terrible. 1 hit.
and 1 shield. So my 2 hits and on you.
So that's going to take me down to 0.
And I was successful in taking out Valkyrie. I don't see why there's any reason why I shouldn't shoot your other guy.
Absolutely. So you'll want. Don't forget. Did you draw your card for Frankie?
I get a frag card. Okay, what the hell? Shooting, what's his name?
Murtair.
Does he get a defense? I got 4 stars.
So his defense is a blue and a black. It's not great. Now the question is, with cover, does Maximus provide cover? Just thought about that. Sorry.
Basically, yes. And it'll do like a 40.
I didn't think other characters provided cover.
If they're adjacent to a blocked or occupied space that is partially obstructing.
Yes.
Adjacent characters can never provide cover when we attack one another.
There you go.
Well, so
Oh, each other.
yeah. I'm not sure. We'll think about it later.
Okay.
We'll keep on playing as we have.
Do your defense.
So 1 offense back at you.
And then 4 offense on you.
Hey, guess where he's going?
I got him too?
Oh no, sorry. He's got 5 health. So it's 3 damage.
4 damage.
4 damage. Okay.
There you go. That was Wild Bill.
Okay. Valkyrie leads. Oh well.
And that's it for that round. Nobody scored.
Nobody scores. Everyone draws 1 card.
It's just the process goes from the end point production phase.
Okay, so there's a whole other side.
Okay.
Over this, and it's really all I do is
And then we set our battle order.
website where people have already created shit and finding stuff that's usable by us, and then download the STL files and run through Kira. And this is basically just a couple of step process. The STL file loads up, it shows you the 3D graphic image of what you've got, and it takes, I mean, for like to set up one of these like 14-15 hour prints of a really advanced bed, it takes like an hour to get everything plotted right, rotated into position so that it fits super close together.
Okay, that's the order of play for Ian.
So if you find STL
Okay.
files,
And then she goes to the infirmary, where she'll enjoy a wonderful and healthy minus.
He's all reduced by 1.
Actually, it reduces by 1 at the end of their turn.
Oh, okay. Well, they didn't do a little more for the beginning of it.
Right. Okay.
just download the STL file from Thingiverse.
All right.
Okay. So we're gonna start off.
6 with Musashi.
So here's the fun thing with Murtair. When he gets hurt, he gets faster. So it's 3 plus Fury. Your initiative number is 3 plus number of damage tokens on you. You hit me for 4.
So his defense is 7. Wow,
Yes.
that's impressive.
So now is Musashi hurt?
Musashi is not hurt.
Okay, that's fine. I'm okay with that. So what we are going to do though is we are going to attack Maximus.
Maximus is under attack.
He is a pain. So now I'm at 4 energy. So I'm going to do bite, and I'm going to add an extra energy to it. So add 1 success to your roll for each extra action point spent to perform this attack.
Gotcha. So
Awesome.
normally,
Take gain.
actually, you can't use that.
No! That's fine. That is fine. So this is going to, so he's going to start off with 1 success.
Fortunately, I start off with 1 success shield.
Wow. 3. So I have 4 successes. How about you?
I have 1 successful defense. So it's 3 in.
Okay, so please. Well, unfortunately, I didn't get to activate his switch. I'll live.
I hope not.
I didn't say for long, did I? So,
Anything else from him?
okay.
What are you guys playing?
Aristeia, and we're doing it live over the internet on Twitch.com.
Hey, well,
So, okay, so we're going to go with that. I believe it's going to be your turn.
Musashi is probably just going to take his initial action, trying to chop your guys' head off. You can declare which pod was the
Cool. Of course, all these are
It's
good
still
ones.
one.
Oh, it's still one. Okay. So Musashi chopping his head off.
Beautiful.
Chopping your head off.
Red, blue, and
I'm just so happy that they're not
orange.
just, lying in a corner.
Anything else? Red, blue, orange, and yellow.
Well, they were scattered about. It's just nice that there will be some.
I got 4 successes.
I got 2 shields. And do you have any shields? You have a shield, so
I
that's
do
not
indeed.
good.
I have
Okay.
So
Do you have
2 points in on that.
leftover Cobb salad.
Okay, so that's 2. Now I believe you have
I
a
do have a trigger
switch.
where I can swing again.
Actually, I was going to say if you look at your main switches, you can trade a defense for.
Oh, for another point
success.
in.
This is kind of like.
I believe.
I only have 1 shield though, and I'd rather use that shield for the other trigger.
Well, I was going to say he's also got a 3 health.
But I didn't kill him.
Right, you did 2 damage.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay, then yes, I'll use that shield to do 1 more point to him, which kills him.
Right. So draw a card.
He gets the frag token.
So yeah.
Yay! So this is Aristeia. So he just chopped him. He still has 2 left, so he can actually do a normal movement.
Right. Well, -1.
1, 2, 3, 4.
There you go.
And he is on the blaze.
Excellent.
I believe he also did points of damage to, which translates as displacement points.
Right. So he would move, displace, then he would move.
So he would end up here.
So
That's how we're going to do it.
if I may,
Yeah.
a slightly better spot.
Oh, he's in the center, so if I get displaced, I can't get off the thing.
Right. It would require multiple displacements.
Now, but yeah, her sniper range enough that even on the back row, I wouldn't be able to get away. But if I went here, I could get cover. But she ignores cover anyway.
Correct.
So he might as well stay here. Okay.
Right.
Got it.
Buy something here.
We're learning this game. It's great. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So next, flip over.
Wild Bill.
Valkyrie.
Okay. I believe Wild Bill still goes before she does.
So 5, 6. That is true if you want her to do so. Unless you want to.
I would like to go first.
Of course.
He's at -1 energy.
I sold my house and they were done.
Going to his gun 2 to 6. So he's going to try to shoot your sniper. He's going to move his 4, spending 2. Oh, but he's only got 4 energy.
Correct.
He's 3 to shoot with.
Right.
I see.
So now, at this point, you know I'm going to have difficulty scoring. You've also got 2 more characters to go. So the question is do you want to start setting up for your next turn?
Can't get within 1 of him, right? So you just skirt around.
Correct. You know Valkyrie's going to be coming in somewhere, but you just don't know where.
That is most likely to be there. Doesn't help me there though. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Could just shoot him. He's immobilized, so even shooting him won't affect his getting around. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's either block part of his exit or shoot somebody who's already gone this go.
That's all.
But not both. I'm going to do the movement. 4.
feasible for me to really think of going.
Very good.
That was Wild Bill's go.
You got yourself in a nice safe spot. Very good.
Thumbs up. All right. Valkyrie.
Okay, so you're still immobilized, which is always fun. So we're going to bring her back in. And while I would prefer to come over this way, she won't have enough movement to make it. Likewise from here. So, what I think I want to do is put her right here, which...
See if she can put Maximus down.
Yep, because the thing is, he still has a mobilize on him, correct?
Yes, he does.
Now, the trick is, since I don't actually get to move, that does reduce my damage. However, because he's immobilized, I do get a blue to add to it.
His defense is a green and a blue,
Which is very difficult to crack.
plus 1 freeze. Okay.
Like a staircase.
Oh, wait a sec. Sorry.
So you roll that?
Then it comes down.
Oh, no,
but it's
no.
always higher than what it's
Six, okay, so you got a
Alright, wait a
successful
minute.
shield.
2 shields is enough.
Okay, and her switch, actually before switch is set, don't fight your shield with your opponent's roll.
Go for like 180.
But still, that doesn't do
It's
enough.
for 183, but the real
Still
trick is they're
one
opposite.
shield
They
left.
basically
Right.
up this,
So they
up
bounce.
themselves.
They bounce.
So there's one of those like drug people were there,
So
foreclosed kind of
that's that. But it does stop him from coming in this way.
Yes, he is now tied up in melee with 2 characters.
More to the point, I don't know what I was thinking. Okay,
Anything else? That's
that'll
all.
be it. That'll be it.
Next up, Maximus himself.
Next up is going to be Major Lunah. She goes before he does.
Yes, she does.
So,
Unless she opts not to.
yep, no, we're going first.
Okay.
You're dangerous. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I mean, you're dealing with a heavily democratic control state that's already looking at rent controls. And I mean, quite frankly, honestly, given the population density and basically the whole
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go.
Right
Right here, which is honestly terrible.
Yes, it is.
But 1 will score, and 2 stops because, and since I'm still behind, I'll remain the underdog.
Gotcha.
Not ideal, but it's just the way things are going for me.
Sure.
So, with that, I am done.
Maximus.
Instead of $2,000 a month, the
Maximus. Smash. Since he's mobilized, he can't move anyway.
Right?
So I think I'm going to smash the wounded guy so that he restarts and isn't super fast next guy. So I have a red, a black, and a blue.
Okay.
2 successes.
Okay, so I got 1 block,
1 point in.
which I believe is enough to take him out. Do you have any blocks?
I do have a block, so he doesn't take any damage in response.
Yep.
Frag token.
Frag token.
I've heard a lot of good things about the 5.
I believe that's it.
However, it's brand new.
It's no longer no line.
You know the first thing about bleeding edge technology is?
It bleeds.
Yep. Awesome.
I believe that's it for him. Because he has 2 points left, but he's immobilized, so he can't move.
Right.
I assume he can't use those points to heal himself.
No.
So we're done.
Okay. And now the last one, I'm expecting you got Hector.
I got access, and your guy's dead.
Right?
Get ready to.
So I get a free go. Watch this. She's at -2
Well, he's
energy.
all like bragging me today while we're having lunch, you know.
She's gonna go
oh,
here.
yeah, you know, it's really good in the tree. They worked out all the
She's
bugs.
then going to use 2 energy to move her 4.
You want to bring it over? I got people here to.
1, 2,
Well, see,
3,
here's the number one thing that I
4.
don't think you realize.
and then displaces you for 1.
Give it a try. You have to get 1
Yellow, I
success.
need 1 success. I got my success. You are displaced down here.
Yeah.
I then use my trigger and displace myself.
And he's all bragging like, all I gotta do is take out a box, put it together, and we're good.
Okay, there's a word.
And that's all I'm going to do.
That's all, okay.
And I'm just like,
Hannibal farts.
you know, I told him.
I don't know what else he can
I
do.
sent it a text.
So,
like, you know, like,
draw a card.
We're really getting the 3D printing.
Don't forget to flip over your thing. So she's
Here,
up.
we've got a lot of
There you go.
experience. And
And
Carl,
also,
You scored.
got a score.
there's typical.
And you get
sometimes
3
gets
points for
into
that,
something
'cause
and he just
you
goes
had it
100 miles
uncontested.
an hour
So I get 2 more?
without
2 more.
any regard for anything and just.
It's money.
Okay.
I mean, really,
I believe you are still in the dark.
spend the amount of
Sorry.
money
Yeah.
on number 5, I'd actually spend it on the CR10 because it's got bigger build space.
Okay. So,
Got it in the truck.
they're
That's
going
one.
there.
And he's gonna bring it today, but it was too wet and nasty before we hang out, so.
So where do we want to go next?
Where will the target spot be?
We got it, it's ready to go. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm going for it, it's in it for a week, and I'm not going to
Has he tried it yet?
No.
Didn't put it together. I just talked to him.
Oh, he was at Walmart?
Yeah.
What are we doing with
He was
2?
bragging about what.
That's probably a horrible choice, but there's not much I can do about it.
Oh, it's got a lot of good things, but as Mike can attest, this is not, this is a hobby, not plug and play.
Somehow it's not good.
Okay, so Valkyrie gets to -1, Murtair at -2, and lucky me, Hannibal is going to be at
These are 3
-2,
fairly
but full life.
quite intelligent people dicking with it for like.
Okay, we on,
Okay.
so this is round 4.
I think that if we
Okay,
worked
this is going to be really tough for me.
Flipping over the first guy. Wild Bill.
We're going, actually,
But it was
Hannibal.
working at 4 hours at a time.
So Wild Bill will take the start.
So, let's see, Will, so,
So which was our target X?
huh?
Which was our target then? Number 2?
But no, the fact that you're helping me with some minor concerns about
Okay. He's going to move his 4.
Okay.
I think
How was it?
And last one.
I'm good. How was the result?
Okay, so with Lunah.
Black, red, and
Yeah, see,
so red, orange, and orange.
Oh,
And 1 star.
oh, you pretty much done this.
She gets a green. She also gets a blue. Would you say she has cover?
I will give it to you.
So she's going to get
Wow.
cover, but I'm going to change that to veteran sniper. And I'm going to add take aim, get another 1.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shoot me right back.
Heck yeah.
Right on over the head.
This whole bag
Ah.
is 19-hour print.
Yeah, it goes right on over the head screen.
Okay.
This is the shit. This is the.
Nice.
Oh.
Nullify. Nice, very good.
So you do no damage to me, I do no damage to you.
What profile are you
Okay, that works.
Actually, hold on.
You have a switch.
Yeah, I'm still not going to do any damage to you either way.
Okay.
But I'm just going to trigger on that. So yes, I am going to nullify it so I take no damage.
Okay. That works for me.
And unfortunately, that blows Wild Bill's would go.
I'm okay with that.
That's it for Wild Bill.
Okay, so
Heavy Blade, where would you like to appear?
So the first thing I want to do here is
Bottom is a 0. 14 hours. Bottom is a 4.
That is another 12 walls for the stuff.
1,
Yeah.
2, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh. Cool.
You start.
I did.
okay. So I'm gonna put Hannibal right here.
Tap them out.
Not my favorite thing to do.
So I slammed the wall underneath.
Can we be friends?
Yeah, that's where I'm at now. I'm trying to.
So we are going to do that. We're going to do pre-programmed strategy on her to use Frostbite on Maximus. Should have played, you got more tools to deal with than I had.
He is frostbitten.
He is frostbitten, and unfortunately no interest in switches go off, so he is immobilized.
Once again.
Once again.
Today when I got here, I downloaded a.
That is it for Hannibal.
Next girl. Musashi.
And Lunah.
Musashi will take the first step.
I downloaded a
He will
sample
take
template from
a step.
STL from Hero Forge.
Yeah.
And then he will
So did
have
I
Major
printed
League.
out one of their
Of
little heroes
course.
that put two
Okay.
This is a red, a blue, and an
sword
orange.
king.
Green and blue. Fortunately, I don't think I got anything that will help me here. My life is about to start.
Okay, I was curious with the.
Oh dear.
One block, so 1 point of damage is all that I got in on here.
You have enough for your sword?
But I do have enough for the trigger, which is another attack.
And is it on the same target or could be any target?
Just perform another attack without spending action.
There you go.
But I'm going to attack Lunah again.
No, that makes perfect sense.
2 for 2. I'll take it. 2 more points on it.
Okay, Lunah goes down.
Can the trigger more than once?
The switch,
The switch, yes.
I think it can.
In which case, it will trigger again. I get a frag token and a card.
Yes, you do.
So, does the trigger the switch?
Truthfully, I am not.
I'm willing to say no. I'm willing to give you the benefit of the
I
doubt.
think given the. As long as you can spend the required symbols, you can activate a switch more than once.
Is that what it says? That would
Yeah,
imply that yes, I can switch you again.
yeah, so
Then I will switch
just
you
taking
again.
a quick look, I don't see why not.
I will switch on Hannibal.
Of course you will. I will do the same thing.
Sarah is a master.
I got 3 hits on Hannibal.
Which is enough to take.
Musashi is a freaking
Oh, he's
blender.
he is a machine. He's highly scary.
Well, that will do. I think that's enough for Musashi. Musashi's done.
Okay, Major Lunah is checking out her health benefits. So, move from there, flip over.
Texan.
Valkyrie.
It's a tie as underdog you may choose.
The trick I've got now, of course, is how much health does Maximus have?
1.
I gotta pump 2 out.
Okay, so I'm gonna go first.
You're gonna just kill Maximus.
Yeah, so I'm gonna during the action step, I'm gonna put 2 wounds to any target within 1 to 5 that already has any wound tokens. Do you have no? You already used it.
You're right. I've already used it. He takes the wounds and he dies.
Yeah, that was probably one of
You get a
the.
frag, you get a card.
As a
And he goes in the infirmary.
very difficult. Honestly, not worth it, but oh well. So, but with that now, so she can move 4. She just came back, so she still has that -1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Her thing didn't take any action points? Her thing that she didn't take? Oh, it's a tactic. Ah.
And the nice thing about her is enemy effects cannot move, place, or displace Valkyrie.
I wish I had known that earlier.
Sorry.
That's okay. It'll be contested, that's all.
That's fine. I'm okay with that.
Done?
I'm done.
Mountain.
She's gonna move.
Have to wait for you
Here.
to white land.
And then because everybody else do, I'm gonna shoot your ass.
Bring out Seraph of the Mask.
Shoot it with who?
Gotcha.
Ah, the
Other thing, right? To immobilize you.
No, you actually need need to, like, I have to sit here, but.
0 to 10.
You may displace yourself, though.
To get rid of the color.
No, I need a shield to be able to displace it. The trigger.
Oh,
So she does nothing.
Each creature you tap.
That's it.
That's it.
Tap.
And last go.
My guy bleeds.
Yeah, I have the
And I've gotten the tear. So, is Wild Bill injured at all?
Wild Bill is injured.
You can turn it, you can create planes and attack on the ground. Of that creature's color.
Pays for one or more mana of that creature's color.
So I'm going to bring him, Murtair up.
Okay. Ooh, he's going to Musashi.
No. Track. Place yourself on any free space within 1 to 5 that is adjacent to a target that has at least 1 moon target. So I'm bringing you up over here. Hi. And unfortunately, that goes away. So his bites is 1, 2, 3. I would strongly recommend to use Gunslinger here, just because chances of him going down are very good. But Murtair, well, actually he's at 5 health. I don't know if you can necessarily heal off of that.
Then, but it's only a red and orange, so probably not. So let's see if I can just defend against it. 2 damage on you. Wow, no damage on me. That's impressive. Doesn't happen.
That is not the word I would use, but yeah, I can.
2 wounds on you. That helps his speed, though.
It does help his speed, but I will have to say
That was pretty bad. I believe that's it for this round.
So he flips over. That's it for this round. So we are
Back at the full power.
okay.
We'll shuffle these.
So draw
Draw
cards.
1.
We're both going to
Here we're
get.
contested, so we each get a block.
Yeah, my
Does that mean we each score and we each draw a card as well?
yes.
Okay.
You still have 3 users. I don't know who the third person is.
Enjoy the stream. Feel free to put in the chat so we know who you are. This will be done every Saturday afternoon. Or night, depending where you are.
Okay. So I'm still underdog, and
We're famous Twitchers and you can't tell us
Position my
otherwise.
guys. I want to do them in this order.
And I'm going to say I want the next scoring zone to be 3.
Okay, let's
Over
stop.
here.
Yeah.
1,
Count it.
4 shot, 8 shot.
It is, must be ready.
Yeah, it makes it every upkeep he gets against it.
This is the last round. This is round 5.
How many points do you have?
I have
That's a lot.
6.
Actually, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and just say, you know what? It is literally impossible for me to catch up with it.
Fair enough.
And
It helped that I had a streak of killing to keep you down. That made a big difference. If you can actually take your opponent characters down before they go, it is a distinct advantage.
Yes.
But then the dice will often say, no, you do nothing, which sort of blows that whole strategy. But that was very good round.
I think this go around I lacked.
It's a 3/3 monster.
I'm used to having a little bit more control, I think.
I gotta admit, I really like Hexen. Hexen
she's
is
fantastic.
delightful. She will get things where they need to be.
See, what would have been if we had done a normal pick, rotating pick? What I probably would have done is done you counter picking.
Sure.
The moment you got Wild Bill, I mean, given the way I normally play, what I should have done is actually gotten Gata.
Okay.
So I can actually dazzle you and reduce your
Built-in
effective
counters type of
range.
thing. Yeah.
Right. Valkyrie's got some control, but it's dealing with the range characters I was really at a weakness with.
Wild Bill had a good run.
Oh, Wild Bill's one of the.
And Musashi as well. Once he gets in, if he gets good rolls, he can butcher people out.
I mean,
Any of the ones with the ability to get more attacks as a
more
switch.
attacks. The real strength, I think, The other scary thing with Wild Bilbo's is the ability to get more cards.
I can see that.
Now the situations that comes up in, you gotta decide when you're going to do it.
Right.
In fact, you're giving up defense for it,
Right.
which can be dangerous. Murtair, I gotta figure out how I want to play him still.
It's interesting
But
that his initiative increases as he takes damage.
Well, the set he's in also has the best healer in the game, which does help offset
help
that a little
balance
bit. I didn't take a healer this go around. I might have benefited from having one.
I can see how if you have Maximus, having a healer around helps too, because he can soak up damage so well.
Absolutely with Maximus. So if you were feeling technical, adding in either Padre Mendoza or adding in Pavarti.
So as you can see, a game like this is about an hour and a half. 2 players is what it's designed for, with 4 characters each. I found it quite enjoyable.
I love this game. It's quick, it's direct. There's a lot because it's on a map, actual grid hex grid. It reduces. You don't have to do measuring with tape measures and all that, and it really helps with the line of sight, which can be a little more of a trick with a conventional war game.
Oops. Apologies. This is the game itself that we are showcasing today. Next week it may be Company of Iron from Privateer Press.
For Scully, you've done a great thing. This is a fantastic game. I love Privateer Press's games a lot, but this, I think, suits me a bit better. So, real good going. Thank you.
So I'm going to go ahead and close down the stream for today. This is Saturday Night Heroes. We are here at about 4 p.m. Hawaiian time. So we've been broadcasting for about an hour and a half today. We're going to make this a regular thing on Saturdays, and we plan on having weekdays Twitches as well. Most of these will be recorded and put up on YouTube eventually as well. Thank you all for joining us. We're going to get ready to start